rather beautiful. Rather beautiful. It's the call to prayer, the Islamic call to prayer. And in countries that are Islamist, there are, of course, mosques with minarets, and these things are broadcast out across the cities. It's a kind of almost a trope. When someone does a movie about, I don't know, somewhere like Somalia, anywhere in the east that's an Islamic country, and it's rather beautiful, and it's part of those countries' culture and should be celebrated, recognised, should be respected, of course. But there was a vote last week on Thursday in the Wellington City Council, and originally the motion was going to be moved by Tory Whanau, who seems to be going to the gym and laying off the booze, which is a good thing. Mayor Tory Whanau was going to move this motion that council officers investigate having loudspeakers and having the call to prayer, which tends to occur quite early in the morning, like 5:30. I don't know, it's when the sun rises. At sunrise, I think. And forgive my ignorance, I'm not a practising Muslim, and nor am I a practising Catholic or practising anything except my backhand. So I don't know why, but this was moved. So now my ratepayers' dollars are going towards council officers investigating, as I understand, the call to prayer being broadcast in Wellington. It was moved by Councillor Matthews. It was passed 11-6 in favour. Whanau, Greens. Foon, Greens. Abdurrahman, Labour. Panawitz, Independent. Free, Independent. Matthews, Labour. McNulty, Labour. O'Neill, Labour. Rogers, Green. Winera, Green. Holden, Taranak, Transkia. I don't know what that means. So basically all the lefties voted for it and a few independents. Opposed to it were Calvert, Independent, Chung, Independent, Pennant, Independent, Randall, Independent, Young, Independent, and Kelly, the representative of Ngāti Taua. And Councillor Tim Brown was absent. So those are the people who voted for this piece of silliness. Well, is it silliness? What rationale could possibly make this a good idea? To discuss all this, we're joined by a councillor who voted no, Nicola Young. Nicola, welcome back to the platform. Lovely to have you with us.
Good morning, Sean.
How on earth did this come up? Whose idea was this?
Well, I don't know. It came out of the blue. It was an amendment in the district plan. We had no background information, no discussion. And representatives from a range of religions have asked, how did this come about? If they weren't aware of any requests from them to have a prayers broadcast, and they're also concerned that it wasn't discussed with them, and it came out of the blue.
So this wasn't the Islamic community in Wellington asking for this?
We don't know. We have no idea. And this is a council not known for its strict religious behaviour or strict religious interest. So it's particularly curious.
Yeah. Look, let's play devil's advocate. Do church bells ring in Wellington on a Sunday?
Well, I think they do occasionally. I think St Paul's bells rang once on Sunday morning, but of course it's having seismic strengthening. And people do complain about that. Of course, that's once a day. But, you know, we don't have a lot of bells. The Carillion used to ring, but of course that's earthquake prone. So we don't have a lot of bells, certainly not in the central city.
So you're in the annual plan meeting and...
No, it's a district plan.
District plan meeting. And out of nowhere comes this motion. I understand the mayor was originally the person who brought it up, but that was changed.
That's right.
How did that happen?
Look, it's all very mysterious. It just, as I said, it just came up. There was no warning.
Did you get a chance to speak to it? Did anyone speak to it, to the motion?
No, not that I recall. No, just got voted through by the usual majority of the Green Labour councillors.
So what is it precisely that my ratepayers' dollars are going to be paying for in regards to this?
Well, it's going to be asking officers to investigate it. But, you know, the officers should be focusing, as we should be focusing, on the important things in the city, which is water and sewage.
The busted drain outside my apartment that came up last week.
And, you know, we should stick to our municipal role. And, you know, New Zealand is I think it's the fourth most secular nation in the world, with a formal separation between state and religion. And we don't have an established church. So I looked it up, and it goes right back to the 1877 Education Act that established secular schools, because there was, quote, a desire to secure harmony by keeping religion private. I got that from Tiara, the Encyclopedia of New Zealand, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything you can do about it now, or the councillors with half a brain can do about it now?
Well, I expect the officers won't be in a rush to investigate, because they're very busy. Not least, they've also been asked to investigate having a sister city relationship with Ramallah.
No, but I was going to joke about that this morning in my opening.
Oh, well, that's been approved.
What?
I mean, not the sister city, but the investigation of it.
Oh, God.
So Wellington should be renamed, Wokistan, or...
Well, I did say the Islamic
Wokington.
Republic of Wellington, or Wokistan.
Well, yeah. So I must say that it wasn't spelt out that this was about Islam. It was just about prayers. And maybe the Catholics will want to have the Angelus broadcast at midday every day. Some people might want prayers early in the morning. I mean,
but it's not even clear that this came from the Islamic community.
Correct.
Which, of course, on Friday marked a really, really sad day, the 5th anniversary of an incredible sad day. The problem you've got, I imagine, Nicola, is that you're going to be accused of being anti-Islamic. You're going to be accused of hate speech because you're not all down with this.
I'm being very careful not to mention any religion in particular, other than mentioning the Catholics have the Angelus at midday. But, almost 49% of New Zealanders identify as having no religion, and 36.5% identified as Christian, which has about 20 denominations. I mean, I just don't understand where this came from. I don't know. I am gobsmacked.